chimes in, cutting off my perverted thoughts. With a smile, I turn around and hunch down to her level. And you look so beautiful too, Ruthie. Thank you for agreeing to be my flower girl, and thank you for parting with your beanie. I know that must have been difficult, but I promise as soon as the ceremony and pictures are finished, you can put it right back on. She gives me a big, gap-toothed grin. No problem. The big guy and me talked about it and decided it was a small sacrifice to make for just one day. All of us bite back a chuckle, knowing how serious her and Cade's beanie obsession is. It's adorable how much she tries to be just like him. I look around at the beautiful ladies who surround me in this room and feel so blessed. Grace, Caitlin, and Faith all agreed to be my bridesmaids, while Ruthie and Annabelle are my flower girls. And of course, Julia is my matron of honor. They all look stunning in their pink silk strapless dresses, and I know the guys with their pink ties are going to compliment them nicely. I feel my lips tilt with a smirk at the thought. I bet the guys have been grumbling all morning about that. But Coop put up and shut up because it made me happy. One of the other things I love about him so much. I'm brought out of my thoughts when the bathroom door swings open to reveal a smiling Julia. My heart immediately thrums in anticipation for what she's about to tell me. So, what does it say? I ask, but by her expression, I already know the answer. It's positive, she responds softly. Silence fills the room as I stare at her. Everyone awaits my reaction, not knowing what to expect. Positive? I repeat, making sure I heard her right. She nods. I blow out a heavy breath and feel tears blur my eyes, but I hold them back, not wanting to ruin my makeup. Walking over, I snatch the pregnancy test from her and stare at the blue plus sign. Oh my God. Coop and I are going to have a baby, I whisper. The girls remain quiet, trying to gauge my reaction. Caitlin is finally the one to break the silence. So, how do you feel about it? I think about it for a moment. I'm really surprised. I didn't think it would happen so soon. I just went off the pill last month, and I heard it usually takes a while for it to leave your system. I pause, then look up at them all with a smile. But I'm really happy. Everyone rushes over and wraps me in their arms. Congratulations, Kayla. I'm so happy for both you and Cooper, Faith says, her voice soft and sincere, as always. A chorus of agreements follow before Grace breaks in. I can't believe we're going to have babies together. This is so darn exciting, Kayla. Grace and Sawyer just found out last month that not only are they expecting, but they are also having twins. I'm so excited that Annabelle is going to have more play buddies, Julia adds. Me too. I walk over and sit at the end of the bed, then stare down at the test, still feeling in utter shock, although I guess I shouldn't. I have suspected this the last few days. What do you think Cooper will say? Caitlin asks as she takes the seat next to me. I feel bad everyone here knows before him, but when I voiced my suspicion to Grace and Julia early this morning, they suggested I take a pregnancy test. The need to know one way or another became so overwhelming that I couldn't wait. I didn't want the question on my mind all day. I think he will be happy. We talked about not waiting too long, which is why I went off the pill last month, but we also didn't think it would happen this fast. I shrug. I guess it's meant to be. Coop is going to be ecstatic. I know it, Julia says with confidence. Let's just hope that when you go into labor, he and Jackson aren't together. Lord knows what would happen after last time. We both burst out laughing from the memory of the guys being complete lunatics when Julia went into labor with Annabelle. Everyone looks at us in confusion, so we fill them in on what happened. I tell them how they both almost drove off without us because they were in such a mad rush, thinking the baby was just going to fall out of Julia at any given second. It isn't long before everyone is laughing just as hard as Julia and me. How did you and Mr. Shelworth meet? Ruthie asks. I smile at the memory. He moved in next door to me when I was 14 years old. Then it was hook, line, and sinker for that guy. Yeah, about 3 years later, and with a little push, or should I say shove, from this girl, Julia says, pointing at me with a giggle. I shrug but can't suppress my own chuckle. What can I say? I'm a persistent one when I want something, and that guy didn't stand a chance.